Assalamu alaikum. This is Red Prep and we're building up the Manchester United's FA Cup clash against Coventry City on Sunday at Wembley. Coventry City obviously are playing in the Championship. They're currently 8th and they're still in with the shout of the playoff places. See, they're the giant slayers. They're the surprise package, the underdogs of this FA Cup season. They won dramatically against Wolves, scoring the equalizer in the 97th minute and then getting that winner in the 10th minute of injury time. They've got plenty of pace, athleticism, and a lot of threat on the wing, especially. They've got Ellis Sims and Haji Wright, who are their main goal scorers and main threat. They certainly provide a tough test to a Manchester United side who are reeling after their injuries in the defensive line and are susceptible and are conceding shots at their goal left, right, and center. Coming to head, obviously Man United have been dominant. They've got 15 wins to their single win that came in 97 in the Premier League. Form and history go out of the window. It's how you apply yourself on the day. We've already seen this season that on a given day, Manchester United can be overwhelmed and dominated by any side. And it really doesn't matter whether the side plays in the Championship or in League Two. And I think this will be a tough test for Manchester United. Coming to their football style, they've got plenty of pace and power. Alissim is the target man. He's not that quick, but obviously he's played for Everton, scored against Chelsea, a winner I remember at Stamford Bridge. And he'll be a threat, especially for crosses. He got the 2 goals in the last round against Wolves. Also, they've got Haji Wright, who is the top goal scorer. He's a winger by trade, but can also occupy the front positions. He usually cuts inside and gets onto his right foot and can certainly smack a football. They are comfortable with the ball in midfield, but obviously they like to play on the counter attack against the better side and use their pace and power in those opportunities. Coming to danger men, of course, we've already talked about Haji Wright and Ellis Sims. In midfield, they got Chef and Eccles, who have been consistent. They are a double pivot in midfield. They're very consistent. They are missing Palmer in the number 10 position, so I think O'Hare might come in. Obviously, they've got other forwards like Tavares and Gordon might be fit for this match as well. So they've got plenty of threats in the forward areas and midfield. And certainly against the Manchester United midfield, who are lethargic at best, they can do a lot of damage to Manchester United. Certainly because we leave a lot of space in midfield. Centre back pairing of Thomas and Kitching have been consistent as well. They've only conceded 52 goals in their 42 matches in the Championship. They've certainly got better defense than we do. They've also got a consistent performance in fullback areas in Latibaudiere as well as Bidwell. Collins in the goal is also consistent and has got a safe pair of hands. Let's move to the tactical board and break down the prospective lineups and the football structures for both the teams. Obviously, for Manchester United, it'll be the same 4-2-3-1, morphing into a 3-6-1 in possession. HOJLUND has been disappointing, but I can see him starting this match. And Garnacho and Anthony keeping their spots. I have a feeling that Marcus Rashford might start this match as well because Erik ten Hag is a stubborn man. Obviously, Fernandes will play. Casemiro, Menu should start. But there is a possibility of McTominay starting because he might be fit and back for this match. Certainly with the power and pace and, physical attributes that Coventry have, I think McTominay might be shoehorned in by Erik ten Hag in this match. Obviously, Maguire is probably fit for this match, so he will start with Kambwala, who had a disappointing outing against Dominic Solanke. But I think being a young player, that is to be expected. Some inconsistency in performance. And I think he'll be fired up for this match. And inshallah, he can deliver a performance like he did against Liverpool. For Coventry City, of course, they also play with this 4-2-3-1. Chef and Eccles provide the screen and that engine in field. Thomas and Kitching have been consistent, and even Latibaudiere and Bidwell. It's a regular backline that they'll play with because they don't have injuries in backline. They have an injury in Palmer, who might have played for O'Hare, but obviously he's out, suspended for this match, so O'Hare might start. They've also got Gordon and Tavares, who are also dangerous as forwards and even as strikers. But their main threat would be Ellis Sims with his physicality and his prowess in air. He scored the 2 goals against Wolves. And Haji Wright, who is the top goal scorer. He's got plenty of pace, plenty of trickery, and has a good shot on him. He scored the winner against Wolves. So they provide a lot of threat against Manchester United and would damage us certainly if in this midfield we leave a lot of space and certainly leave Casemiro isolated in midfield. I think they take their opportunities early on. I think it could be dangerous for us, and it might be difficult for us to contain them with those counter attacks. Highly important that Manchester United try to take the onus on themselves and try to attack and get the early goal and consolidate that position. I expect tough competition and contest from Coventry City side. Obviously, their manager is also an ex-Red Mark Robin, so he'll be motivated as well to do some damage to his former side. Expect a difficult match, but I think if Manchester United take the lead, they can ease into this semi-final. And Coventry City, with their players, they haven't experienced this kind of occasion. They haven't experienced Wembley for quite a long time, especially in the FA Cup. So I expect them to have nerves, and if United can exploit those situations early on, I think it could be a good day at the office for Manchester United at Wembley. There have been some positive developments, especially in terms of news and rumors over the last week or so. Erik Ten Hag's future is certainly uncertain, and also Marcus Rashford, who's supposedly on the transfer list. If that happens, that is only a start, because we have to let go of other players like Bruno Fernandes, Casemiro, the fullbacks, the centre backs. We've got to do a complete overhaul of the club as well as of the first team. But if Erik Ten Hag has to leave, I think winning a FA Cup would go a long way in terms of recouping some credit that he has lost over the last couple of years. Obviously, we don't want an FA Cup at the cost of keeping Erik Ten Hag in the job, but a trophy is a trophy. We're certainly catching Arsenal for the top spot in the number of FA Cups. And inshallah, if we can go through and meet City in the final, it could be a payback, a day of redemption. Sadly, we couldn't stop the treble last year, and Madrid did what we couldn't last year. And I think if we meet them in the FA Cup final, it could be a day of reckoning for us. Try to do our bit in terms of redeeming ourselves for the horrific final that we got the last season. But if we underestimate and overlook Coventry City, I think it'll be at our own peril. They are dangerous, and sadly they are in this position, totally deserved, and they'll be a threat on the counter-attack especially. But inshallah, we can overcome them and get into the final. We've lost against Chelsea recently against in-form Cole Palmer. But I think I'd certainly face Chelsea over Manchester City any day. But even if we get City, I think it'll be an opportunity for us to pay them back for the final last year. So please join us for the Red Dissection episode. We'll be back after the match. Until then, take care, do good, pray for Palestinians and all the oppressed people all across the globe. Assalamu alaikum.